grew up in a time when there was mental health wasn't being looked at.
No, it wasn't a word. I feel like
No,
it
it
didn't even
wasn't a
exist.
word. No one cared if uba uright enhloko okanye depressed okanye ntontoni. It was just like your parents were trying to keep you alive. That's it. But hamba esikolweni, stay alive. Don't get caught by the police. Stay alive, stay alive. And I feel like instead of looking at it just for young people, it should be looked at with us as well.
We young people, no?
No, Chomi, young people who fell like 35.
35. Oh, wow, okay. I'm part of youth at church. I'm trying to feel young, so therefore you act young, you feel young, you are young.
No, 100%.
Also, and my whole thing is like, we've got so much time. Like, a lot of people will look at me and be like, yo, I'm serious. And I'm like, do you know how long you have to be serious?
Exactly. You still have another 40 years to live.
Plus,
Yeah,
right? So I'm also just like, but that's besides the point, right? I think for me, the whole mental health chat, and I think what I like to think of when I think about that is, how can we possibly like help each other in terms of, what do you guys do to keep mentally sane? That's what I'd really like to know.
Yeah, and this is the thing. You also need to know that awukho right, and a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people are just like going through life and going, oh, the grand, the grand. And then you see them in certain behaviors and you go, oh, I go right, go la. But I think in young people specifically, according to this, I feel like young people have it better than people who are a little older than young people, because it's a word that exists first and foremost, and there are so many avenues that you could take to go and help yourself in whichever way that you need. And I'm always stressed about like our parents and us, where I go, if I could take my parents to counseling. Che, bekhe nabona enye video esithi ba I-love language yabazali hard labor. Oh my God.
What? And that's what making you work hard or them working hard?
No, making us work hard. Hard labor. And I was just like, true, I need to heal from that. I was coming up, like our parents, obviously hard work was their thing. It was just like, sebenza, and that's because they came from a place where it was much harder. So I feel like the young people still have a chance to fix themselves. It's the people who are older than the young people that I'm really stressed about.
Look, I guess, for me, it's also like, it needs to start somewhere, right? And how do you then know that there should be something that's looked at in the first place?
I think it should be looked at anyway.
By who? So what do I do?
By yourself.
What do I do? Do I go and have a test
To
check if maybe anxiety, maybe depression, maybe I think for me the biggest power is the power of community that we can tap into.
Sure.
Right? Friends, siblings, etc., etc. People that you have that are close to you.
How do we tap into that?
I have, within my group of friends, I have amachita that I know and that I've had the conversation with to say, Mnganam, I don't know, sometimes maybe the wheels can come off the tracks or something can happen, but ndiyakutaska wena, but you are the one person that I can listen to if ever you see something, and I'm taking it from myself right now, I'm giving myself the responsibility right now, but I need to be answerable to you.
Okay.
I think one of the big problems we have is that there's no one that we are answerable to.
Yeah.
There's no one that can is this a joke? Like, where are the cameras? Okay, the cameras are here. But like, like, where are the cameras? Is this a prank? Do you know what I mean?
I hear you.
Simply because we are in such a self-absorbed time, whereby right. And I think if you can't find someone or people that you can tell that to, that's also a sign that you need to start asking other questions. You could say, "Bapi ababantu, why don't I have any of these people?" And you'll find the answers. Good, no, it's because I don't trust them. It's because if I were to fall off, these people, because a lot of people that we have around us, they don't wish the best for us.
Yeah.
It's people that we are also trying to compete with, low-key.
Yeah.
So, ibafani. So I think for me, a good way is we need to understand that you need to be answerable to somebody. it's easy to say, only God can judge me.
Yeah.
Nangam, it's fine, yeah? And that is true.
Yeah.
But that's also, there's a part of it that is running away from who's explainer.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than, I don't need to explain myself to anybody.
Whoa,
I don't know if I have a hand or it's just you agreeing when you're saying thank you. Okay. Just stick up your hand if you'd like to add something, right? Please feel free, right?
It's accountability. That is what it is. You need an accountability, someone that you know you can be accountable to, and that obviously entails someone you can trust and somebody that you believe will be honest with you.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah,
So,
because not everyone wants to be accountable to someone else either. Like, I don't want to take you, like, to be accountable, to call it out. Not everyone wants to do that.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Then masivumelane that we are mates, zobumnandi. Then don't call me your day one. What?
We day one,
BFF. Based on what? We don't even want the same things from this friendship.
Yeah, but you don't necessarily want the same things from a friendship. There are things that I'm gaining from a friendship that person is not, and things that she's gaining from this friendship that I'm not, because we need,
Yeah?
because we need different things as human beings from our interactions.
Absolutely.
So I don't need the security maybe that you need from this friendship. So because we're not on the same page, it doesn't mean that this friendship is not working.
Big facts, I agree with you.
Yeah.
And we had this conversation on the podcast as well, to say that when it comes to friendships as well, let's define it. Let's define it. And then I'll tell you my needs, you'll tell me your needs. We don't need to need the same thing, to your point.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But ndiyazi mina ba uTalita ufuna ubolekwa imali. And she doesn't want to be asked about that. Talita wants a no questions asked relationship. If she's borrowing money, I must just let her go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We do want different things, as long as we can define those things, so that at the end of the day, we don't find ourselves in a spot whereby I'm crying because I'm just like, but you're not meeting me at my need. I don't even know what your need is, dog. So I think definitely agree with you on that, but also with that layer of we need to talk.
Yeah.
Why are we here, dog? Why are you here? Why am I here? What am I getting? What do I need to give to you?
So if a friend of yours asked you that question today, do you think you would be able to come up with the answer like on the spot?
Yes.
I would be able to start an answer in terms of from a very generic.
Yeah.
Because I think the things that are important to me at this moment are things like peace of mind, are things like being able to keep my feet on the ground. I think a lot of the time we go through a lot of things because we just can't keep our feet on the ground. There's so much noise, and everyone who's saying this, hey, mzupela iti, mzupela, and you just end up getting lost.
And then show me, okay, get show me, like, are you in this friendship for the peace of mind, like the teeny? Like,
Absolutely.
Are you in this friendship to keep your feet on the ground?
Absolutely. And also to be able to pour into someone else's life. It's a mutually beneficial relationship. So what do you need? What can I feel for you as well? It's two-way. It's a two-way street.
No, I hear you. I just think it's a difficult question to answer. Anyone else on this side? Yeah. I feel like if someone had to ask me, I would be like, not sure. Give me 3 business days, because I've never thought about it before. But I mean, I guess it's something that you can think about. All right, we can have you, my lady.
Mike, lady.
Where do you draw the line between accountability and being gracious towards your friend? You know what your friend is going through, right? And you have the full picture as a friend, but also you have to hold your friend accountable that, okay, friend, this is what you can do to make the situation better, but also understand that we are all at home, you know, it's a little sign up for this. So I just want you guys to expand on where do you draw the line between accountability and being gracious towards a friend.
Oh, 100%. I think you have to be so in tune to your friendship and to that person. Diamazi, my friend, or whatever it is, you know. Not taba. Uyagoa wethu and uyageza but masimyekeni because uyagoa. But I feel like it has to be such an in-tuned relationship where you know where to give the grace and you know where to give the accountability. And I don't think that you would ask somebody who doesn't know you well enough to do that to you, for you. Unless I don't have to ask her to give me grace. She will give me grace when I need it, but she will call me out when I need it. And there's no right answer also, because you never know. And if it happens for the first time, Xiaombi, and then you carry on having that conversation. But I understand that line is very thin.
Yeah, absolutely, and I agree with you on that. And I think the piece that we avoid, just like the piece that we avoid in like romantic relationships, is let's talk about these things at length. When something has happened and I feel like you have not given me grace as your friend, let's circle back once the dust has settled to say, Bamchana, anitandanga, this. Or most importantly, I think you did really well in this situation. And not assume that the person just gets it. He just gets me. No, that runs out. You run out of luck, right? And what do you do in the moments when you've run out of luck? That's where it counts. And the answer for me, I really feel like, Ila. And when it doesn't work, you'll find, you show me, you like to talk too much. That's a red flag. Utandu, why must we always go back? But I'm not happy, I'm not satisfied with the things that happen. So how do we fix that? And very often people will feel like, I don't want to be like I'm nagging. Give me the opportunity to tell you that you're nagging. Because you might not want to feel like you're nagging based on someone. This looks similar to a situation that you were in once before, where you were told, ex yako toxic, but who always nagging? It's not fair now for you to carry that around because it wasn't right in the first place.
No, I hear you. That's why I was saying there's literally no right answer, because you have to constantly check in.
Absolutely.
And that's the hard part. The hard part is constantly checking in. Check it past because abanye abantu are very happy just moving forward and never looking back. Let's have our last one over there. Yes, it's on, girl.
Hi, yes,
Oh, tomato.
yes. So I wanted to differ from what Teresa was saying about young people being in a better position in terms of dealing with mental health, right? Because I started having mental health issues in high school, right? But so then also mental health, dealing with mental health is expensive.
Yeah.
Fair.
So that part as well, and just not being away and not having, because young people rely more on their parents. And Isabaz Babazali, especially the Black community, they don't understand what mental health is. But understand so I think I don't think anyone has it easy. But yeah, I think it's hard for the other people. It's really hard. Yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah.
It's also, to your point, especially hard when your support system doesn't quite understand the situation. And I think that's why I was saying that, because it trickles down ultimately, Yeah. If your parent knows more, then your parent is softer on certain things, and it trickles down to you, which is why I'm super stressed about our parents. I said the last one, and then wait.
No. Remember, so Untando no Samu were part of the first hands.
Okay.
That's why I called them up. And just quickly as well, guys, I think things that we need to consider as well is the role that we play in it, right? I hear you on the point that it's expensive, right? But how many expensive things are we able to solve and get? Kwaba TikTok. How many expensive things are we able to get on ChatGPT? But we tend to sometimes use those tools only for certain things. I think go on to own any social media network, #am I depressed? Plethora of stuff that you'll find on there that might be helpful to you. Do you know what I mean? So it just sometimes it becomes a matter of us trying to shift resources. Sure, and now I'm totally guilty of that. 1.6 hour. You know what I mean? I'd much rather do this, but the reality is that if there are resources out there, and it's on us to really kind of apply ourselves in order to be able to get that. I'm always like, Zuko, you are to blame for everything that happens in your life. Right? Which makes me half and half hard on myself, but also half and half, it solves so many problems for me. And I think, everything is definitely a balance. But yeah, I definitely hear you on that. It's nyani and kulula you know, land, when you get told what you have, diagnose. It's so easy, and people will diagnose people all the time. But there's also a very huge responsibility on ourselves and our circles, guys. Our circles have a responsibility. We spend too much time and too much money on these people for them to not have a responsibility. But yeah, go ahead, Ndando.
Mine is slightly controversial. When Ziskita was saying, Ruti, we're more aware now, right? But I think being more aware has also caused people to recognize mental health. And we don't take cognizance of the inner wrenches that sometimes we won't do it. Okay, I know that you have depression, or I know that you have anxiety. But now you do things that are wayward, and then you're gonna say, pila minuyaz, do amabilis, and it's like,
yo, wrong, no, yo, sorry. Wow, people say that.
So you will use their bad behavior or exactly to you because you need to be mindful of pila minaneti passion.
No, that's
Yeah, look, I feel like no, 100%, and things happen, and that happens all the time, and I think. It's to your own discretion how you deal with that, honestly, because...
That is wild. That's like saying, but that's like saying, that's like making an excuse, but no, bro, don't worry about that.
Yeah, it's like the same thing, 100%. Very good point there. But we are weaponizer.
Yes, correct. So I think it's definitely something to be aware of.
Yeah.
Or wary of.
Ningas weaponize guys in mental illness.
Whoa.
All right, let's hear from you.
Hi everybody. I'm sorry to take us a step back, but there's some things you could say about community. And we've been talking about accountability and how much we should take from our friendships, good things from our friendships. But I want to just go back to community and how much you need to cultivate, how much you need to put into your community before you can reap. How much time are we putting into our friends first before we will expect them to be there for us? Are you doing the hard work of being there before you can expect them to be there for you? In the hard time, are you really there for them?
Oh, 100%. I think we've valid legacies.
Son. No,
well done,
very well said. Yeah.
She's dying of nerves. That's so well said. Honestly, we are always looking for what am I getting from the situation? How are these people treating me?
Yeah.
But also, ufake ntoni wena?
Yo.
Fake a nice time.
Dog. Yes. Or fake expectations.
Yeah.
You came with a bag of expectations from your previous friendships, from your previous things. And now those fagala go, that's not fair. Zene police. Guys, I told you to stop me. Sorry. Okay, cool. Let's go for the second one.
Oh, do you want to go?
Yep. This thing is just. This is a woman's podcast.
It's
making me so nervous. Merry Christmas. Cascade the light. Okay, AI and the future of work. What does this mean for young people?
Why young people sound like young, that's why. Guys are worried about yourselves. AI is taking over, right? We know
AI is
that.
taking over, yep. AI is taking over. Just a quick one from me, and I don't think I'm going to say much more after this. AI is taking over, yes, sure. But I read something that said that there's one thing that AI will never be able to replace, it's creativity.
That's great. We're not all creative.
But we all can be. We're all creative. We're all creative in the sense that we are all individuals, 1 in 7 billion. You guys know I always say this, right? But what tends to stunt our creativity is us, and we spoke about it before as well, is us also relying so much on other people's creativity and never giving ourselves a chance.
Yeah.
Utuze wena wenze TikTok, you first must see someone doing it.
Follow your trend.
You follow the trend, right? And that hurts us. It stunts our growth. Think of creativity as a muscle. It doesn't grow if you don't use it. I mean, I'm talking to the right person if I'm talking about muscles, right?
That's right. That's right.
So, yeah, I think very easy to look at AI and go into the victim side of it. A little bit harder, a little bit more challenging to go into the side of where are the opportunities. With everything that comes, that is a threat, there's definitely opportunities. We just need to think around those. I think that's my thing, guys. We've got such a huge responsibility on us to think outside of the box.
Yeah, look, I can understand how difficult it can be, though, to think outside of the box, because firstly, AI is something that it's never happened before.
Yeah.
So you've never seen examples of thinking outside of the box. And it's constantly happening at such a rapid rate.
Scary.
That you're just like, but by the time I implement it, AI's already got a solve for it. And so I feel like it's a scary space. Sure. Like, and once people get scared, I feel like their thinking gets stunted a little bit, where they go, oh no, I don't know, and that's my mantina, and that's my mantina.
Freezer.
We are freezer, and that's something I'm very capable of. Freezer.
Not very capable.
I was a freezer. But I also do believe that we have seen a lot of new things happen. And I'll speak for myself, in the past 42 years that I've been here, so much new things have happened, and we've kind of made it on the other side. So I don't think it's something that we should be too stressed about, but obviously something to think about. But the world is constantly evolving, and it's constantly needing new things and new thoughts, like every 10 years, every 5 years.
Yeah.
So just because AI seems like one of the big ones at the moment, I don't think it's one that should like give you heart palpitations yet.
100%. And I think if it does give you heart palpitations, I think one thing that I've found is that write down or record a video for your own YouTube channel, that the videos that you can only see yourself, and say out loud why is it freaking you out?
Yeah.
What freaks you out? So that you can work on a process of elimination as well. I think sometimes we think about things and see freeze, and we don't even know what's making us freeze.
Yeah, true.
Only to find out that talking to someone else or trying to figure it out, you find a solve. Use AI to solve those problems also.
All right. Did you want to say something? Okay. Let's get a mic to you.
Hey guys,
How is it?
I guess the question I had around AI, I am a big supporter of it, is the other side of it. You know, how potentially it can make someone a bit lazy to think. We heard how students are using it for their assignments. Tina, basically,
Encyclopedia, page 354.
You know, so what's your guys' view on just the other side of AI and its implementation in our world?
The positive side.
The negative side.
The negative
So I
side.
flip with the positive side right now, right?
Yeah.
To say it pushes you to think outside the box. It, you know, it can solve some queries and issues. But it's on the other side of what? Where it's making you lazy.
Yeah.
You don't have to think about things.
Yeah.
Just type a question in and boom, there's the answer.
Yeah.
The reason best.
Look, we had this conversation before on the podcast, right? And I feel like I've since kind of changed my tone a little bit on it. Because I was just like, these kids, they are busy doing their homeworks. Nobody's thinking. Nobody's being creative. Everybody's no. But then I thought, is there going to be a need for us to do those things? I understand that we can appreciate that because we had to do different things, but is there going to be a need for someone in 10 years' time? Bazingel?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, but this is the thing. Not as much as it is right now.
The need.
Yeah.
Guys, I just believe that ezinye izinto, right? Maths, when I what, I don't know whether it's pure maths or maths literacy or whatever, right? Kutwa stemming. The lost. Maybe when you speak next, you can tell us about stemming as well. Right? But these things, more than anything else, teach you problem solving. That is the critical thing about all maths, all of these STEM subjects. They are teaching you problem solving. Will you have a need to problem solve in 10 years' time? For sure.
Not as much as you have it now, but also the whole point of the entire thing is that we can make human beings that don't think for themselves. That's the whole point, right? So you'll be fine. You just won't be thinking for yourself.
Yeah.
It's not like you won't be okay.
Do you want to be there? Do you want to be controlled? So the whole thing is reliance.
No, 100%. And I feel like a lot of people are okay with being controlled, being told what to do and when to do it. Very fine with it. The problem solved, eh?
Should you be, though?
No, of course not. But I'm just saying a lot of people will be completely okay with that. I'm in a different position because I also grew up on the other side of the spectrum where I very easily problem solve and I don't mind doing it. It's not like I'm like, oh man, I have to solve my life problems now. No, I'm just like, okay, cool, fine. I have to solve my life problems. But a 15-year-old right now who has had half the experience I had at 15 at problem solving will be fine as a 30-year-old not having to problem solve.
I don't know. I think there will be a dysfunctional 30-year-old who's not able to problem solve. This is the
Dysfunctional
problem.
according to who? According to what?
I don't know. I guess according to how I believe we were created and how we were supposed to be. And in saying that is how we're supposed to be in you're one of one. Now you're one of 100 million. Nyafana.
Yeah. And that's where the world is going, literally. And I know you believe in the one of one thing is a beautiful thing to believe in, but the way the world works is that it's trying to get rid of law one of oneness. Every year something comes out that makes you
robots.
go, no, yeah, to make us robots, 100%.
And go happy by a robot and fun by a robot.
And that's fine because you grew up on the side where you never had to be a robot.
And what I'm saying is this, right? What I'm saying is that the times that I've tried to be a robot for a large part of my life, it's only in my 30s where I started to realize I'm unhappy simply because I was trying my best to fit in. I realized that I'm actually really unhappy as a person. And I started moving out of that. That's when I got a real sense of self, a real sense of purpose, a real sense of actually, it's not even a matter of I don't mind being alive. I want to be alive so that I can do this. So I think a lot of your uniqueness fits in directly with your purpose, fits in with your experience that you actually end up reaping out of life.
100%. And all I'm saying is that you can think those things because those things were being encouraged at the time when you were growing up.
They weren't.
Well, way more than right now. And so you can feel uncomfortable in that space because you had time to figure yourself out, right? And you had a space to figure yourself out. In 10 years' time, that won't happen. And you'll still be unhappy with whatever it is that is happening. But I'm saying somebody who's 10 right now, in 10 years, won't even think the way you think.
It does.
Which is sad.
Yeah, I guess for me, it's just like, I'm saying AI in that sense is a negative thing.
No, 100%.
It's making for robots, it's making for unhappy people who are going to need the system that is going to tell you that you need to live off ezipilisi, that you need to do this, because the whole thing is, like now I'm going to go into conspiracy of we're trying to be robotized so that pharmaceuticals can benefit, so that this can benefit, so that the guys that produce food can benefit, right? All of these things. So for me, it's a bad thing.
I agree with
that people will seem like they're happy. Ask the alcoholic when he is drunk if he's happy. Ask him when he's sober if he's happy. He's gonna tell you, I hate this thing, but he's gonna keep doing it.
Yeah.
So for me, it's just like there's the appearance and then there's the reality.
And I completely agree with you, 100%. I mean, none of what you're saying is not right. But I'm just saying the way in which the world works, no one cares about human beings being happy. The people who run stuff, they don't care about humans being happy.
I agree 100%.
Yeah.
Yes, love.
And so it's on you to care about your own happiness at this point. Let's have a point from the crowd.
Muledi.
Hi.
So I think my comment is two-sided. So on the AI, there's two things for me. So we've got, I think it's a privilege having from the generation year millennials, because you're able to look at how deep you are and even also able to just look at how they Gen Zs, how they navigate their life and the resources that is into 20 So you watch and you're like, oh my gosh, I was literally talking to a little sister a few months ago. Their assignments, literally everything, they use AI. But when they have to do practicals, it's another whole, it's a totally different thing. So then it gets you thinking. They'll get everything, the research and everything, the assignments, and 100% all good, a student. But can you actually stand in front of people and talk about what you wrote about? No? So that's where the gap. Yeah, it's fine. You can use the tool 100% because the data is manipulated for you. But can you actually articulate? Can you talk to what's being presented to you and have a conversation and many input about that. The second thing is, I don't think having to corporate. I feel like corporate is not ready to have a conversation about how the AI is enabling laziness. And it's a thing. You see a lot of, and you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't think of that. Just email, or you just something, just a simple task. You just put it on AI. You're just like, oh my gosh. I mean, you get it done. Maybe some tasks, maybe simple tasks, you get them out of the way, or ChatGPT will give you the result. But can you actually stand there and think and on the spot and provide solutions and engage and provide, problem solving solutions? I think that's the other aspect for me in Conva. I don't think corporate is very
Scary.
Look,
Scary business.
the education system in itself was made to make workers, not entrepreneurs, not people who think for themselves, not people who can be creative and solve problems and all of that. The education system within itself was made to make abantu who are going to be told what to do and do it, right? So the people in charge of that are the people in charge, whoever those people are more than happy to have that happen, right? And it's okay. Siti abanewari.
I'm burning my CV after this.
Siti abanewari, and it doesn't make it okay, but I just feel like just also know what the actual mandate is for humankind, and it's not to be creative and cool and self-thinking. It's not to do that, right? And it's great that you can do that, and that we grew up in a space where we could do that. But the world is definitely not going in that direction. And as much as sizoshiyeka okanye sizohamba nayo okanye sizothini, like, who are we going to be in 10 years? Who are we going to be? We can think, we can problem solve. Who are you going to be in a space where nobody cares?
People will always care. This is the thing. Like, this is my thing, is that in that, what is for us to do is to be wary of it and try as best as we can to try and avoid it. So that
Avoid
we
what?
don't,
AI?
Being machines. Being machines.
You can't avoid living in a world.
Being a slave of AI, being a slave of ChatGPT.
Okay. Masithi kusemsebenzini. Kuthiwa okay, masenzeni le project, guys. we're going to have 2 teams. You guys work on this, you guys work on this. When naku team yako, you're like, guys, let's be creative. No. And then kule team, they completely use AI and they go, this is how we're going to go. And then it's like, yeah, this is the easiest way to do it. Let's go there. But you guys took 6 months to come up with this thing. We took 6 days. What are we doing here? So now, okay, fine. Now you're like, oh, okay, that's your first thing. Then you have another assignment that you have to do.
It depends on what result you're looking for.
It's not the result you're looking for, what result they're looking for. Yes.
It depends on what the result is.
100%.
I'm telling you this from a point that says AI is not creative. It cannot replace the creative. It cannot replace the thinker.
Sure.
It can't.
No,
it's
I hear
impossible.
you. No, I hear you. And,
Right?
and I hear that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm coming from.
Okay.
Sure, I can regurgitate information that exists in the world out there. Facts. But certain things, they want new problems, need new solutions. And sometimes AI cannot find new solutions because it hasn't encountered the problem before. It will. It might be able to at some stage. Yeah. Naturally, it gets smarter and smarter, right? Because it learns, right? It definitely learns. So my whole thing is that. So what do? Do we roll on our bags?
No, we don't. We
We
keep going.
can't, because
Yeah,
then
keep
we're
going.
dead in the water.
Because we are needed. I mean, our brains are needed.
And we
in
need to
some
know
ways.
that as well, and practice that.
Sure. Let's get one more over there.
Okay, I feel like what you guys just said kind of said what I wanted to say, because really, Landucha is that we don't have much control. Like it's civilization and is modern and everything. We don't have much control because the convenience of it all kind of solves a certain problem. But there's a personal responsibility.
Absolutely.
I mean, I was just saying to my friend that when internet yayifika, when phones are speaker, there was this scale, but abantu bazamoshakala, uGoogle uzasimosha, true. But like, look at where we are now.
Yep.
But the thing is, we still have a personal responsibility. Because convenience is and it does make life better, but it never takes away from the human
Aspects.
element of having responsibility. Kumnandi kifast food, kumnandi to just live in the convenience of things. But the human part of it is that you are going to be left with yourself. So I think that juggle, maybe that's like the gray line. Yeah.
I hear you.
Love
I think,
it.
yeah, you're speaking definitely on what Zuko is talking about. And we're always on opposite ends of the spectrum. Because I'm a glass half empty and he's a glass half full, which makes for interesting conversations. Let's do the last one.
Hi everyone, I'm Rebecca. I think we're all worried about AI, but it's a tool. We should not let it control us. We should be the ones to control it. And we can only do that if we still continue to think, because all it has is information that is coming from us. So if we say we're going to lose the ability to think, it means that we're never going to have AI that's better than today, because no one is thinking, no one is making things better. And yes, there's people trying to control us. Maybe they might win, but we need to fight for the kind of world we want to live in. And I mean, we are young. They try to make employees, and that's why we got, I don't know, that's why the school system is like that. But at least if AI is coming, maybe the robots are going to do the work, and then maybe we can spend more time doing things or spend more time thinking out of the box, you know, instead of working 9 to 5 and all of that, and solving more problems than we are able to currently. But as a young person, I'm saying, I'd equip myself as much as I can about AI, but obviously there's information overload. So don't take everything in, and source of where the information is coming from is really important.
Yeah.
Look at your surroundings. What affects you? What are the problems? Are there solutions for those? Do you think AI can solve this? Or maybe AI has not solved that. So you need to care about yourself, the environment, and everyone surrounds you to be able to show up. And if AI can help, bring it into the party, but be in control at all
Got you.
Love
Because
it.
I think ultimately what she's saying is that we can work on the same plane with AI.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I agree
100%.
100%. And I
Oh, well
also,
said, Liseka, thank
I
you.
also agree with personal responsibility. Yabona wena. Wow, thank you so much, guys. Also, like, what a wide spectrum of topics, man. You guys.
We literally have the smartest audience. Like, we've got the smartest. I'm always just like, Anzang and this bonus, this is under any comment section before in my life. I'm on Rapala, oh wow, oh, she's so cute.
Katingo,
Katingo.
Abo, I answer them with AI because you know YouTube literally has a suggestion of
On how to respond to a comment.
But it's not to these, no, me and my brother. No, it's those ones that say, oh, it's so cute. YouTube will give you an option of 3 things. Thanks so much. Now it even speaks Xhosa.
Yes.
It even gives
I
you
saw the Xhosa one.
sana. No, don't. It's wild.
It's absolutely
It's
wild.
shocking. It's shocking.
Oh, wow. Here we go. All right, less serious for you, Zooks, just for you. How long should a talking stage be?
You're
As long
saying
as
it's
you
for
want
me.
it to be.
You're saying it's for me, but you isn't it? No, I feel like if I can say I love you on the first day, as long as it takes for you to get through the list that you hopefully have,
Yes.
that will then make you say yes or no to
Yes.
somebody. The problem is there is no list.
No, guys,
Timeline depends on folks.
timeline I can't tell you. Look, I'm in month 2 of my talking stage,
Chesa.
and there are things that I found out about this man recently that I'm like, what? That he has told me, and I'm like, if I had started dating this man already and I found this out, I wouldn't leave the relationship, but I'm not sure how I feel right now. And I'm okay to not be sure how I feel. And Izeng naye, this is the cool thing. He's become comfortable enough to say, uyayazi ba, andikho good kwinto enje. And I'm going, oh, that's so important to me. Xa ungekho good chomi uzoyifunda okanye sithini?
You're just not going to be good at it. Like, is that it?
Yes, he's told me about his demons. It's like, I've got a couple of demons in this respect. Then I'm like, bo, sisi. And I'm like, I would have never found these things out by Besjola because because oh no, if I tell her these things, then she's uzohamba, don't, I really like her, don't. But now I'm being afforded the opportunity to get to know a person. And for as long as I want also. I say three months is a good amount of time to kind of get to know somebody. But I really honestly believe it depends on you and how much you want to know from someone before you make an actual decision. Because that decision, it's an important one. And I don't think we take it as an important one. Sifuna ujola. In a relationship, whether umntu wayeqhela ubulala back in the day or don't, uzayibona ngenye imini, and I don't think that's okay.
Yeah, look, I think our criteria, the longer we remain single, the less our list of criteria to be met becomes, which is a little bit scary. But also in the same breath, I think talking stage should last, much similar to your answer, should last as long as it needs to. I know it seems like such a bland answer and such a, right? I like the 3-month thing. I don't know why. Simply because
3 months is a honeymoon phase.
And maybe those people who were on 90-day rules were onto something.
Something, actually. Because
so,
as a city, you Steve Harvey, 90 days, it's not pressure. But now sitting in it, it's like...
100%. And I think it really gives you enough time to get to know umtu, not only their essence, but
Yena.
like the
Ubuyena.
actual person. Because in 3 months, trust, if we're speaking every day with, at some point, Buddha. At some point, I'm going to slip up and end up being myself. Right? And that's what you want to see. That's what you kind of really are after. But the problem is with us as well, because we want to be in relationships, want to date, we don't want to see that as well, because you're going to be like, whoa, if I find this out, then I'm going to have to leave this person. Diokala, a brand new talking stage. You understand? So it's also us once again working against ourselves, where we don't want to talk for long enough to see the bad things that are going to make us want to walk away or need to walk away. And then we end up messing it up anyways.
Yeah.
We take the sweet pill now for the bitter end instead of taking the bitter pill, taking the risks.
Yeah.
Because it's a risk
Yeah.
at the end of the day, right? And it's throwing a dice. Sometimes you'll get it right. Sometimes you'll ask that question, do you have a baby? And sometimes the answer will be no, right? Whereas if you keep quiet and then you get told 6 months later, we would say, no, but no, so my son, oh, my baby mama. In passing, and then you're like, you didn't tell me you had a child. And then they say,
you didn't ask.
which is so valid.
Very
You didn't
valid,
ask
Shomi.
because
Come
you
on,
didn't.
Buzi.
Did I lie to you? No.
I always say this, right? That abantu xa begoa after umjolo, a lot of the time, abagoeli la mntu ba undimoshile, bayazigoela because they didn't
Played
partake.
themselves.
They played themselves. So it might not be a conscious thing, but there are, in your brain, there are instances that your brain can give you at any given point that tell you, ba, gogo wayethe, that time wangabuya wathi usentontoni. All of there's a lot of those things. So xa goa, awugoli la mntu uyasigoela. You're going, I played myself so hard.
And you're putting it on that person.
And you're putting on that person.
Poor guy. No, not poor guy. Okay. Sorry.
That poor guy, sana nyani. No, that poor guy, because uyazazi ezawe bezenza babezi out waziyeka.
Fair.
Wenze cha yena wenza ntoni i-last number.
Exactly.
Wagoisa yiyo. No, bro, what about all the other
You've
stuff?
been going. I'll tell you a bit of a personal story. Hey, no one has hands up for this one. I'll tell you a bit of a personal story before I let you guys jump in. I once, long time ago, once upon a time in China, I had this girlfriend, right? So I've got this girlfriend, siyachola kumandi, everything it's happiness. Here, man, then I realized that in our fights, I don't like the way she speaks to me. She also, there's nothing that annoys me more. A pet peeve of mine, you are not Xhosa and you swear at me in Xhosa. I don't.
Also, why are you swearing at me?
Computer right? So even in arguments, when we argue, she says maybe I speak something like a 4-letter word starting with K, you understand? And you know what I mean? Or even like, I'm that kind of closer guy also, so dlala nango futsek,
No.
Not even when we play my hair.
No.
You understand? So cool, this happens. Eventually I'm like, I can't take this anymore. I'm leaving this relationship. Leave the relationship. Long story short, leave the relationship. Afterwards, having a debrief with the boys, I'm like, how can she talk to me like that? What? My oaks look at me and they're like, enjoy this person. This is how she's been since the beginning.
She didn't change into this person.
She didn't change up on you. Wow, decide on you, a baby girl. And you know what I mean? You didn't give it enough time for that, because now it starts irritating me after 2nd month, now 3rd month. It starts irritating me. I don't like the way they talk. But had I given that talking stage enough time, I probably would have decided before I asked her to be my girlfriend. Ukuthi, "Ucute ne but." You know what I mean? So it definitely, absolutely. So that time, it definitely allows for something. So yeah, guys, at the back. Yes.
So I'm not pro talking stage,
Adifa.
right? My most successful relationships, I've had 11-year relationships. I've had 3-4-year relationships that had no talking stages, right? And a big part of it was honesty. So that's just me. I'm honest about who I am from go, and I expect honesty from you. And when you are dishonest, and and I suppose, don't do that face. And I suppose what killed it at the end, what kills those relationships, yes, is the dishonesty, right?
Yeah.
But I'm riding on your honesty, because if I know that I'm in a talking stage, I'm going to be at my best behavior. I'm going to do the best thing. I'm going to say the right things. I'm going to always say and just be this amazing person. So I will never ever say to a guy, or we are talking staging here. No. We're going into it. Let's go. Let's go. You know what I love about, so I'm Zulu, right? And Zulu guys, day one will be like, yeah, child, mom. We jump into it, we dive.
Yeah.
So I'm anti-talking stage. I'm let's go, let's dive, let's go. If you're not going, I'm not coming.
Yes, if you're not going, I'm not coming.
Yeah,
Roll the dice.
CBC,
I like that. I like that.
I really think that, each to his own. Obviously, I'm not saying that, how I think is right. But in the one thing that you did say about, and because I know her very well, and I know she's like extremely honest to a fault. But you always, like, what you see is what you get all the time. My thing is, other people and their relationship with honesty, it's very shaky. So to expect other people to be honest the way you are is like rolling of the dice a little bit, because you're just like, there's so many scammers out there, just generally. And if it works for you, all good in the hood, girl. But all I'm saying is, was 11 years, 3 years, 4 years,
Wow. Please take that offline.
No, but I'm just saying, maybe if there was a talking face, you wouldn't even have gone in some of those things. Yeah, maybe if you had gotten to know somebody for longer, you probably would have been like, oh no. Yeah, this is not I got scammed not too long ago, almost scammed actually, by a man. And I was like, this man pushed me into a relationship, hey? I was like, I'm thinking about it. No, he must be my girlfriend. And I was like, what man is this? Because, what are we putting? No, he was like, you have to be my girlfriend. And he was on me every day. Kanti Scam Artist of the Year award goes to. Let's hear from you, my sister.
Hi everyone. My comment is very short. The first question was, how long will it be? Talking stage be? I think the reason why you can't put a timeline on it is because people can have talking stages of a month, 3 months, 6 months, got the into India. Because you don't like, but good morning, good day, nice it, but what is something or something like it exactly? So we're gonna push it until you reach a point where you're like, oh, okay, sentence you guys, are you content? That are like,
No, 100%. Very fair, very fair. Every day.
How was your day, Cole? Whoa. Did you eat? You? Eat, or please eat for my sake. Hi guys. Oh no.
Please refer to yesterday. To Safana.
Did you back?
Okay, last one.
We've got one more.
Okay, this talking stage for me is like a new camp. Like, you know, when you're passing those things like, yeah. No, I'm just wondering how, if you were in a talking stage, you don't even know you were. But is it still a breakup? What happens when you stop? What is it called? Like, when your friends ask you, where is that guy you were talking with? What do you say?
We ain't talking no more. Pelili ngoko, babes. Yeah, look, it's a bit of a breakup, honestly. It is a bit of a breakup because you were putting in your time to this person. As I ngoko for Nini, you were giving of yourself. You were telling this person things about yourself. So yes, it definitely needs to hurt a little bit. Ungatuko though. Suko apita. Koa, sutuko. Yeah, I'm pirubuye. Pume yadini. Come back here. And I feel like if you're honestly doing an honest talking stage, I was go.
Yeah, you might be a bit hurt. Yeah,
yeah, you might be a bit disappointed, but
yes.
Go. Because if you're going, and you've told yourself in your heart,
there we go. And I think the golden rule: rather be disappointed in someone else than yourself. So, take that talking stage seriously. Let's go. Last comment.
I just wanted to mention that I don't think that talking stage should go up to a year.
It shouldn't. Yeah.
So it should go up to a year because what she said is that it could go up to 3 months, 6 months. I don't think it should go up to that because at 3 months you know what this person isn't serious about you. What are you doing?
You are enjoying the benefits. A year is hard. Yeah, sure. No, happy with that.
No, a year is long.
A year is weird.
You're just learning to live with red flags a year in.
Yeah, adjusta.
Yeah, adjusta.
No, that's tough. No, a year is scary. Need talker for a year, guys.
No.
Okay. Fair. Okay, cool. I'm gonna grab the next one. Are we tired yet? Topic. Ubaokazi kazuko. Itini indo.
We are all listening.
Guys, I don't understand, right? Tilinde those that are talking to give me a chance. I mean,
what do you mean?
Okay. I need to find out who asked the question so that they can ask a deeper question. Because I'm trying to understand what the question is.
Oh, what do they actually want to know?
Like, what is the
so
thing?
if Zuko said, I'm single or I'm not single, would that be enough? No.
Exactly. So what's the question? Huh?
Oh!
Wait. Can I have a mic? Yeah? Yeah?
So basically, I feel like Bafuna is story time. So do like a short, how did I miss Bawogas?
Oh, okay. Ukon, and I feel like I always like...
He always alludes to it, Ukon.
Yes. So in case everyone at home, in case you can't hear us, there's a lady here who refuses to use the mic. And she's saying, I always allude to it, right? So in as much as definiteness of ukona, I always talk about, and I always say it in a funny way. And I know Utalita, when she asks, I'm always like, yeah, I know, baby girl. I'm always like, baby girl. And I'm honest, ukona, and I don't know about the story time. I'm not much of a good storyteller. Guys, okay, this is simple. This is simple, right? We've got a show, it's called The Bling Line, where we react to your guys' comments. Right? Pardon? You'll ask a question.
On Bling
okay,
Line.
okay. Yeah, so Kona, and I guess, I don't know, so that's why I was asking for the person who knows
Who asked the
who
question?
asked the question. What was the real question? Do you know what I mean? Okay, what was the real question?
Story time,
but okay, but you on how we met.
Just Kabakaba,
Okay.
we met at a school picnic, we met at a Ndondoni. Dambona and that, I cute baby girl. Daddy,
I want to give you guys something better. I want to give you guys something better than that. Huh?
Okay, what do you want to give us?
She's here today. That is crazy. That is wild. I actually can't do this. Actually, where's this? Can you be? I'm getting off the stage. What is this?
And I think that's enough, honestly.
Guys, I think that's enough. Yeah, you guys, give you the hand. You want the whole board? Yo, thandazile ke la mntu wala comment, wala question.
Hi, let us move on, Sana. Asizunibonisa, guys, is that not obvious?
You want it all. Let's go. Yeah, no, we're done.
Okay, all right. Well, this one is going to be null and void because it says Dam Zupela's partner.
Wow, guys.
And you guys know she's here, so Janganane Mehlweni.
Light detector.
And guys, honestly, I don't have an update on Ubao. Honestly, I don't.
Is that the next one?
Update on Ubao. Yes.
Hey, Bessie, right, Pago AI.
Mike. Nangu.
Okay.
Never reveal about that.
No, I can't.
And so you don't have to reveal that as well.
Yes.
Oh, I love you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Yes, here we go.
Question, yeah. How are we on time?
20 minutes.
Okangivela useropini. Akho umphendule umbuzo. how you guys meet?
Okay.
But she said though, so we want to know what's the story there.
Guys, I think it's obvious that Uzuko's obviously not comfortable with it. So let's leave it alone. Okay.
Yeah, I think I might possibly entertain it in a very short segment.
In an episode.
In an episode.
Okay.
Nah? Sharp.
Okay, cool. Let's.
Jokes.
All right. This one is black tax according to siblings. So I was privy to the ladies who were asking how to ask this question, and they were saying, when it comes to wena umdala, une siblings, firstborn, une siblings is caba zijonge kuwe.
So you've got younger siblings?
Yeah, you've got that you feel are black tax for you.
Your younger siblings, not aunts, parents.
No, your siblings. Yes, because ikhona lando yoba umntana wako wena omncinci ajonge kuwe to the point where angenzi nix. Where you're just like, bro, get something. Do something. And umntu ba hayi kaloku sisi wami omdala has got me. Uzondithengela impahla, uzondithengela iweave, whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Alright guys, now I'm Mr. Tough Love. You guys know that. I'm Mr. Tough Love. Hold back. Hold back.
So this is the thing, right?
You don't owe anyone anything. Anyone. Anybody. The only person that you owe is the person that came out of your body. Anyone out, you do not owe them.
I think that's easy to say, right?
Fair.
And then it comes to a point where mhlambi you had to mhlambi, let's say your parents passed away, esemncinci lowa, so you took care of them, right? So they were in essence like your child.
Yeah.
To a point where uqhelile umenzela and everything.
Yeah.
And you're obviously hoping that this person is uzokhula ngenye imini azenzele.
Yeah.
But now they're not, right?
Yeah.
And it's now obvious ba bukela TV qha lona akenzi nix. What do you do in that instance?
Hold back. My guy, you want money, you want clothes. I have to go and work for these things. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Hayi kaloku uyandazi nam depressed nditye izipilisi.
I want to send you Ntando's number. No, guys. What are you doing? I'm not, and I know that the conversation is that not all our paths are the same, but the question still remains: what are you doing? The answer is not watching TV. The answer is not expecting you to. That's not the answer. I'm looking for a job. Where's your CV? You understand? Okay, have you tried this? I can advise you. But just to give you, you're gonna give me? I'm not gonna give you.
Does anyone have something to say? Oh, there's one over there.
That's wild.
So I think I will come to bed on this, like, tough ones is necessary. And a lot of the times, like,
doing things for people is helping them. It's actually not. I heard somebody speak about how because we had it hard, we tend to want to protect our kids, the people that we can support. You're not helping them, you're helping them in the moment. You're giving them fish for now, but what happens later on in life, right? So I'm very much of take a step back. The more they want, take 10 steps back until they figure out how to stand on their own 2 feet and start looking for the job, start doing something for themselves. Because at the end of the day, I won't be there now. And then what happens?
Yeah, I think it also possibly gets tougher when your parents expect you to. Now your parents are alive and they go, take care kaloku of mntana wenu. And I think that gets worse because you can't even go to your parents and go, hayi ke, nanku ke lichivela, ngoku ndithini. And you kind of, no, for sure, but no, if your parents are enabling that little girl, you can't go to your parents and complain. No, and because you get a, hayi mntana wenu athini.
No, ngumntana wakho, moment. This is your child.
And I think it gets hard because then.
It's total parent, man.
Yeah, no, for sure. And parents are like that.
they're very stout, yeah.
But I think it just gets hard because then it causes a rift then, not just with your younger sibling, but with some family members as well.
Absolutely.
And I think that might be even harder than it would just be for you and your sibling, where you go, yo, ekhaya ngoku banjonge kakubi because ningafuni unika umntana sekhaya i-10,000 every month or whatever it is.
Big
And
facts.
that's the hard part.
It's okay.
All right, let's hear from you, lady.
Hi guys, and then I hear the conversation to the older child, ne? But I think it's very important to speak to the younger one as well.
Sure.
Baxelelwe intobana no one will come to save them. I'm speaking as the last born, and you kind of have to get to the point where that your older siblings have expressed to you that at some point no one's gonna come to save you. I think it's the responsibility of abantwana abaza after, like the younger children, to get to the point of maturity 80 indobana ndimdala. Funeka ndiphakeme and do what I need to do to be a contributing human being in life.
Yeah.
So I think I can empathize with the older siblings about it at this point, oh no, uxanduva and uphethe, right? And I think this tough love situation is quite useful because they need to get a reality check until if we get la epiphany in their minds that actually I need to make good for my own self. It doesn't matter what anyone says.
Bazoyeka kaloku bahambe bayoba name-blessers bathi oh yaniniki ndiyakublessa.
Sizomka kowe and we're going to look for somewhere where we can get the sustenance from. So anzocela wena tamzobela because wena ngokungivalile, right? Zokhangela omnye usize ikhingane omnye. So I think nje it's just working hopefully with them sibathandazele.
Hey, no, say that again. Say that again. Say that again.
Even if you go that no one will save you, you know, and you need to be productive now.
100%.
Hey. Hi, Bo. Can we start this side, please? Sorry. Yeah, and then we'll go that side.
I think internet tax is tricky because sometimes you're the younger sibling and having to take care of the older sibling as well. So there's the line that needs to be drawn in terms of boundaries, right? To say, okay, up to this point, even you're not doing anything as well, like you coming to the table. Because that says it's not good to agaipaki CV and it's not good to eat. But also it needs to go past that, okay, if you see right now, okay, are you doing something in the house to help life be easier for everyone else? So saying that, oh, if go to Zambia and you're waiting for everyone to have dinner, you're still like, no, but you were home and you could have at least cooked.
Yeah.
You know, so it's something.
Yeah.
But then there's also the thing of a lot of people will be like, but I don't want my sibling to be a draggy, then I'm going to blame myself because I didn't do anything good. So we can't necessarily say, like, you only owe to yourself or you don't owe anyone anything. But you just need to have boundaries to say, okay, up to this point, things are meeting. After this, then it's all on me.
Yeah. Love that. I struggle with that. It's either all on or off. Hi, I'm healing, I'm learning, I'm growing. Scotty Malshunia servants. Let's go.
All right.
She said what she touched on what I want to say. But it's really all goes back to us learning how to set boundaries for ourselves and also set boundaries for our family members.
Yeah.
Your relationship boundaries is what will determine everything moving forward. Because we cannot be sending, and Kanisa checked me this morning. No, yesterday she checked me. I was just complaining to her about my sister. And I realized that, Pam, you don't set boundaries for your twin sister. That's why she does what she does. But first work on your relationship with boundaries, and then everybody else will follow suit. So
100%.
Let's go.
Yeah. That is a great one.
Let's
because
go.
we expect to set boundaries for other people in our relationships, but do we have any relationship
Exactly.
with boundaries? Siyazazi boundaries.
And our personal ones.
Eh,
You
wait.
tell yourself, no, my room door is closed. I'm not gonna go to the fridge again. Then where do you find yourself?
In the fridge.
In the fridge
Sure.
again. That's a
Lenny
boundary
yogurt.
that you said that
For
you're
yourself,
breaking.
yeah.
Who are we then if you're
Yeah.
breaking your own boundaries?
No,
It's all about that man that is there by the mirror.
All right, let's have one more.
Okay, just two more comments. This
Oh, two
one
more.
and this
Okay.
hand here in front here.
So, my brother and I had a 9-year gap, and I feel like he's the one who said that thing, Yoguti, so komekataku. And I was always a child who always didn't like start grading people so that I can make my own money. Started a baking company because I wanted to make my own money. So I feel like it all comes from opoleni into kubana ukhuliswe njani and how are your siblings trying to empower you in all of that. Yeah. So yeah, I feel like it iba sekhaya lando ye
100%.
black text into kubana okay. Ekhaya, I can see the abazali baphemekekile. My mom has never been the type. My brother would do his things with his own money, and my mom wouldn't be entitled to his share of iman. So my brother also inherited that thing. No, because nam ekhaya akhange ngikhebekeke emntwini. Ngiyakazenza izinto zakhe so that ade nemali zakhe.
Sure.
Yeah, so I feel like that's where it stems from.
Yeah, and we're all not lucky enough to be brought up in homes like that. This is another
Yeah.
thing. There are homes that the parents, check behind you. There are homes that the parents go, "Mna ndakhula nzima, and I will never let my kids grow up like that. So zobenza la yonke into."
Fair. And spoil them.
And spoil them.
Yep.
Rotten.
Yep.
That person goes out into the world and becomes an idiot of a person because you're just like, Chami, kwenzwani? So if you don't get it at home, it's much harder to get it outside.
Yeah, but you still can get it outside.
All right, let's have the last one.
I relate to the lady that just spoke right now. And my upbringing is very similar. So, there we go. The upbringing is very similar. The firstborn and the two brothers often fight. And a core opportunity that I got and they did not get. And Talita, to your point, it goes back to conversations with our parents. And I'm very blessed in terms of my parents are very open-minded, but however, they've enabled the last born because he chose a different path of, okay, I don't want to go to university. Which is fine.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
Absolutely fine, my dear.
Yeah.
However, when things are not popping, sus my sekujika and then because we are now not getting along because and we were the favorites. That is now how do we then navigate izinto ezinjalo because akonda singayikwama so bakhadi so lucky sorry it's not honey but yeah. And literally all the same opportunities and you decide and nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. And in the same round Tatita and the buddy in the same round that nothing that the different journey he took we were supportive of. What do you need? Okay, now you need equipment. Now you need, and here we go. Okay, where's the next show? Where's the next Dodoni? Silapo. We're always there. So where is it that we get it wrong?
How do your parents deal with it, with your little brother?
What do you, okay.
How do they deal with lendo yakhe yoba when things aren't happening yena he's
Kaloku it comes back to me. Zabe sutu. Naku. Ndithini ma.
Sorry.
It's
Just grab your phone quickly.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. As when we speak, it's as if you're coming because wena unesanga there and whatnot and and I chose a different route. So I've chosen not to speak. And even in that realm, it's a
Wrong there as well. You're wrong when you speak, you're wrong when you don't speak. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
How you set boundaries for your family. It's difficult, but you have to set boundaries for your especially like your parents, your uncles, these ones who think that they run the show. That's one thing I learned recently. They think they know everything, but sometimes there's a lot that they can learn from us. And it goes back to, I think truly it's all about it all goes back to that whole situation where I said, the relationship you have with boundaries will determine how you handle situations and how the rest of the family learns to now adapt to the way that you want to handle situations as well.
Yeah.
Because you set boundaries for yourself, you set boundaries for them, they need to figure it out.
Yeah.
And get to the program. It's difficult. I had an uncle who said to me, because I'm very vocal and I challenge them literally 2 weeks ago. And I said, you know, but you guys are so used to us being subservient and like following suit with everything you want us to, to do. But it's time that you guys learn that life doesn't always pan out that way. It's difficult, but they come through at some point.
Yeah.
And they learn to respect you.
Yeah.
So,
Just to add,
Thank you.
Just to add on that quickly is that, just to add on that quickly, and you can go. I know you have something to say. Not all of them will learn.
Yeah.
To some of them, you are going to be a bad person forever.
Yeah.
To some of them, they'll eventually come around. To some of them, ingqondo zizawubuya. And that's the unfortunate part, that we can't please a lot of people. We can't please 80% of them. And that's the sad reality, unfortunately, and something that we need to take and accept on ourselves as well. To say, you know what, mna phakathi kwam noThixo wam, my morals, my principles, what I believe in, who I believe in, I'm okay and I'm happy, and that's enough. It's hard, it's crazy, but it's necessary for you to be okay as well. Ibhlungu. Make no mistake, it's super painful, but necessary, super necessary as well.
Yeah, guys, I think we've had, that's all we can take at the moment. We've had a great session with you guys. It's almost like chilling with your homies and just chatting.
Come on, Dipra.
So thank you so much for all your contributions. Thanks for the questions. Nizibukele pha ku-YouTube.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting next couple of weeks.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So thanks, guys, for coming out. I hope you guys drive home safely. And I hope we can do this when we do this again, because we definitely do.
Yeah.
They must give their money. They come to We're trying. I mean, this one had to happen, and it was all on our own. It was from our own pocket, so that we could have a proof of concept to someone. Esimfuna imali, sitima yakhe yenzeka, and this is what it looked like. So hopefully we can go to Cape Town at some point, and definitely the Eastern Cape. But we will have another one in Joburg, unfortunately.
Guys, would you guys come to another one? Like on the Whoa, Zanitandi. Guys, thank you so much. I feel like I've been saying thank you from the beginning of the day, and I'm still saying thank you. My heart is full of gratitude. You guys are absolutely amazing. I think between Talita and myself, I'm the one who's always just like, Falin, let's do it. And Talita's like, hi, Suko, abantu, and then when the day arrives, Talita's like, yeah, sure, and I'm like, I can't believe they came. Yeah, they bought tickets fine, but they came. So thank you so much, guys. It's been all kinds of entertaining, informative, funny, everything that I expected it to be and more. And shout out to you guys for being like a proper test crowd. I thought you were going to be a bit silent and not say much and not write questions. And wow, was I wrong? I'm so glad I was wrong. But thank you so much, guys. Special round of applause to you guys for coming through, man.
All right, and guys, and don't forget,
love each other.